I'm back. Thank you so much for making this video possible. Please continue to submit your questions and I will answer them in my next Q&A video. Before I start answering your questions, I have two quick announcements. The Southern California meetup has been posted. Please check the community tab for more details. I look forward to seeing you guys on October 16th at 3 p.m. For those of you that signed up for C.H.A.S.M.fest, this is my last announcement. I look forward to seeing you guys on October 28th. We have 13 people confirmed. My goal was 10, so I'm really excited about that. If you are tuning in for the first time and wondering what I'm talking about, hop on over to the community tab and you can find out more details about C.H.A.S.M.fest. To get to the community tab, click on my profile photo. It'll take you to the home page of my channel. Scroll to the right, you'll see a tab that says community. Click on that, scroll down, and you will see the C.H.A.S.M.fest post. All right, guys, that's it for the announcements. I look forward to seeing my C.H.A.S.M.fest attendees on October 28th and my meetup attendees on October 16th. Please mark your calendars so you don't forget. All right, let's hop into this. I'm ready to give it up. How did your friends and family react to your non-traditional lifestyle or your decision to be different? They thought I was crazy. They probably still do. Who knows? I don't even ask them. 99% of the time, they have no clue as to where I am, unless they know that I have a YouTube channel. I've been traveling solo for over 9 years, and I learned after my second solo trip to stop telling friends and family about my travels. I stopped telling family about my travels before I went on a trip because they would project their fears on me about traveling solo, and they've never traveled solo a day in their life. I quit telling friends about my travels because of jealousy. After I built my home, I lost a lot of friends because of jealousy, and then when I started traveling, I lost more friends because of jealousy. So outside of the YouTube channel, I don't even talk about my travels. When you went to Mexico, where did you wash your clothes? Did they have a laundry facility? I didn't. I washed my clothes and all of my bedding in the States the day before I crossed the border into Mexico. The campground that I stayed at, they did have a laundry room and a bathhouse. I only used the bathhouse to take my showers. If I would have stayed there for months, I would have washed my heavier clothes on my hands and the lighter clothes in my portable washing machine. I'm very picky about where I wash my clothes. Are you comfortable sharing your past and how you got into this lifestyle? It sounds like you might have been in an abusive relationship. How did you become the strong, capable woman you are today? My traveling started after a horrible breakup, and I wanted to do something for Tiffany, so I went on my first solo trip 8.5 years ago to the Grand Canyon, where I fell in love with national parks. After that, I started taking a solo trip every year, visiting a new state, and then it turned into 2 solo trips a year and then 3 solo trips a year. I wanted to travel more, and I realized I was most happiest when I was out exploring. So I sold my home, purchased my first RV, traveled part-time before downsizing to my van and hitting the road full-time. My ex was verbally abusive. He wasn't dumb enough to touch me. He didn't want to catch these hands or that deuce I kept under the bed. Oh, God. As far as how did I become the strong woman that I am, I've had the hardest life of anyone that I know. Looking at me, you'll never know. That's God's grace. Besides His grace, I've always been a very strong, independent person. I had to grow up fast. I'm planning a trip overseas. Where or how do you recommend safely storing my van? Also, do you have any plans to travel overseas with your van or as a group? If I were planning to go overseas for months, I would put my van in an enclosed storage unit to keep it from being vandalized from people and rodents. Store your dry goods in smell-proof containers and empty your water and sewer tanks. Put mothball and peppermint oil in place to keep your home uninviting to critters. You don't want them to make a home in your home while you're away from home. I have no plans to take my van overseas or to travel in a group. I like traveling solo because I can change my plans as often as I like. When you're traveling with groups, you have to compromise and be flexible. It's not interesting to me. Do you have a goal in mind for completing your national park quest? Yes, when I first hit the road, I had a goal of completing all of the national parks within 1 year, and then COVID happened and slowed me down. So hopefully I can complete all of the parks by the end of next year. Where do I go to look for a van like yours? Check with your local RV dealerships or hop on RVtraders.com, type in Winnebago Travato, and it'll show you every state that has this van for sale and the price. I love RV Traders. You can see hundreds of makes and models on different types of RV. You can also compare prices and see that RVs on the West Coast and the East Coast cost more than they do in southern states like Texas. So when I look for both of my RVs, I shopped on RV Traders, and the rates in Texas, New Mexico, Kansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, they were all cheaper than the West Coast and the East Coast. Say you win the $1 billion lottery this week. What new RV would you buy yourself? Why would you choose it? What would you look for? Prevost. It's the Bugatti of motorhomes. It is a luxury $1 million motorhome with all the bells and whistles. What would I look for? It has it all. Guys, do a Google search. Prevost, Prevost. Check out the Liberty 2023 or 2022. It is a beauty. That's what I would buy. That's what I would buy. Some of the things that I look for in a luxury motorhome like Prevost would be a washer and dryer, a dishwasher, a garage for my Ferrari, because if I had $1 billion, I would be riding around in a Ferrari. There are some motorhomes that do have a small garage area that can fit, I know, like smart cars. I don't know if it can fit a Ferrari, but that would be nice to have something that could fit a Ferrari. Because if you have $1 million motorhome, you got to have a Ferrari, right? Let's see, triple slides. I don't know. Man, you got me dreaming now. But that's a sweet motorhome. So yeah, do a Google search. Check it out. That would be the motorhome that I would purchase. Yes. What would you guys buy? So if you hit the lottery, what motorhome would you buy? Forget a van. Who wants a van? We want luxury motorhomes with triple slides, super slides, heated floors. I'm dreaming. Okay. Next question. How does electricity work in a van without paying an electric bill? If you're staying at a campground, electricity, water, and sewer is included in your registration fees. If you have an annual site, which some campgrounds do offer annual sites, those particular sites have meters and you do receive electric bill. When I dry camp, I use solar batteries and my generator to provide electricity to my van, and it's free. Not everything in a van runs off electricity. For example, my stove runs off propane. In my last RV, my refrigerator ran off of propane as well. I have a residential fridge in my van. It consumes the most energy in my van, and that's one of the reasons why I don't like dry camping. Have you ever, or would you ever consider making an Alaskan road trip journey to explore parks there or Canada? Oh heavens no, you cannot pay me to drive to Alaska. That is too far of a drive, and I'm not interested in doing it. When I visit the national parks in Alaska, I will be flying. Unless I can get my van shipped there, I may have a change of heart, but no driving. And I have driven to Canada. Have you ever thought of staying at a Harvest Host location? Is it a membership camping? I haven't. I'm not much of a dry camper. I like staying in the campground because I love amenities, unlimited electricity, and water to take long hot showers. A fee is associated with joining Harvest Host. I don't know much about it. You have to check out their website for more information. Do you attend virtual or in-person church services? Do you ever meet fellow Christians while in the campground? No, I sure don't. Do you have any recommendations for virtual church services you'd like to share? Yes, I do meet other followers of Christ in the campgrounds. Do you want to have a travel companion partner while you travel at some point? No and yes. I don't want anyone living with me, not ever. Yes to a travel companion if they have their own rig and they like to explore as much as I do. I don't want anyone that's going to hold me back. And that's one of the perks about being a solo traveler, is that you have the freedom to just go and come as you please. And when you're traveling with others, as I mentioned earlier, you do have to compromise and you do have to be flexible. So long as they don't hold me back and they like to explore as much as I do, I wouldn't mind having one down the road. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. Threw my back out and I injured my finger, which I was in excruciating pain for 3 days, and I think the pain from the finger took away the pain from my back. But I am feeling much better. I am playing catch up on trying to get caught up on my videos. I wasn't able to sit up long. I wasn't able to lay down because my back was in a lot of pain. I have a 1,000-mile drive coming up, so I'm going to be on the road for several days, headed to Anaheim, California. I cannot wait to see you guys, so please make sure you mark your calendars. I'm coming to see you. That's it for today's video. As always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.